they don't get the same platform or level playing ground as, like, say, a film like Ali, which was played by Will Smith, would get. And that's also a boxing film. And Toofaan is also a boxing film. There was Will Smith, here we have Farhan. So they've also worked very hard and made an amazing film. We've also worked very hard, and I don't know how amazing film we made or what. That the audience will tell us and time will tell us. But now, one can rest in peace to say that our hard work, our passion, our baby has now gone to the best university in the world, to the best school in the world. It's got the best platform. It's like the Olympics, and so it would be amazing to see how we are received. Like Ritesh was saying, 240 countries. Let me repeat that. 240 countries. It doesn't happen to a South Asian cinema. But I think that opportunity has come, and I'm very happy and feel blessed for that. And thank you to Amazon for that, to begin with. The first part of your question is very difficult to answer. I've heard the word in my ear more than once: sports film, boxing film, Farhan playing the boxer. I also didn't know much about boxing. I've been a sportsman, but boxing is not something which, honestly, I had followed. I loved to watch it on TV, some big games and all that. But entering this film, I suddenly realized it's a contact sport. Unlike cricket or athletics or football or horse riding, they are not contact sports. You are running. True. And people are running on different tracks. And if that was difficult, imagine what a contact sport is. Because you cannot fake a contact. How to shoot for that was another story altogether. The whole physicality, the mental makeup was another story altogether. The psychology of the character, what he went through, we can write books on that as such. मतलब व्यूअर्स के लिए आसान कर दूं, कॉन्टैक्ट स्पोर्ट वो होता है कि जब कॉन्टैक्ट होता है तो हम नॉकआउट हो जाए. तो बॉक्सिंग में लोग एक दूसरे को मारते. दैट्स द स्पोर्ट. Obviously, there's safety. You cannot hit below the belt, and you have gloves, and inside you have inners, so that the safety of the sport can be respected as such. So, by far, for me, it was the most challenging film. If I were to put Rang De Basanti and Bhaag Milkha Bhaag together and put it in a mixer grinder, what will come out is Toofaan. For me, this is also the first film in my career I'm doing out of ROM Pictures. Though you will see my name and as a producer there, along with Ritesh and Farhan. But वो मिल गया मेरे को. मैंने कुछ अच्छा काम किया होगा तो मेरे को वो टाइटल भी मिल गया. I seriously don't deserve that. And it was such a pleasure working with Excel. It was because here I was left to do something which I know best, which comes naturally to me, to direct. There was absolutely nothing, as a producer, there are millions of problems every day. ये नहीं कि आपने 1 मिलियन सॉल्व कर लिया, 100 आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गए, अगले दिन 200 और खड़ी हो जाती, नई वाली, जिनका आपको पता भी नहीं. मेरे को पता भी नहीं चला, किसी ने ये भनक भी नहीं आई कानों में कि यार आज ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये लोकेशन मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी, आपको 500 एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए तो देखा 1000 है वहाँ पे, क्योंकि बोलते नहीं, हमें लगा कि इसमें आपको ज़्यादा चाहिए होगा, आपने 500 मांगे थे बट हमने ये कर दिया है. तो थिंग्स लाइक दैट. And there was only one problem on the set, which I have complained to Ritesh more than once. After lunch break, you don't feel like working. The lunch is like कि किसी की शादी में आया. तो वो फिर कंट्रोल नहीं होता. तो खासकर मेरे को तो लंच के बाद लगता था यार ये क्या हो रहा है, पैकअप करा जाए कि नहीं करा जाए. So that's a huge problem I have with Excel films.
But I would like to give a big shout out to the entire cast and crew who's watching us right now. That a big shout out to all of you. It's all the efforts, bearing fruits, and congratulations to all of you. And I have to compliment you that hamesha you create content which appeals to global audience, and we as viewers, we love your content. So thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Farhan, as Sir said as well, that you're from a different universe altogether when it comes to acting, your singing, and especially your fitness. And we've heard that you prep and your training to play Toofaan's character was extremely demanding. Literally packed 4 years of training into one. How challenging was the entire experience for you?
It was like leap training. Every 4 years I trained for 1 year.
28 दिन में खत्म हो गया.
Basically. No, the thing is, बात ये है कि I've managed to keep myself fit for most of it. So whenever I need to start doing something new, I think that little advantage of having a good level of endurance and fitness helps. ये जो बॉक्सिंग की शुरुआत थी ट्रेनिंग मैंने अक्टूबर या नवंबर में शुरू की और शूट हमने शुरू की अगस्त में शायद, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. So for that period of time, roughly about 8-9 months, I was training. And what Rakesh is saying is very true. क्योंकि एक चीज़ होती है हमने मतलब when we were growing up इतनी सारी फिल्में देखी हैं बॉक्सिंग के बारे में, तो एक एक्साइटमेंट होता है कि you'll also be a part of those, you know, that fight होगा एक रिंग में और montage होगा ट्रेनिंग का, and all that is very exciting when you get into it. But as you start training for the sport, you realize कि आप अपने आप को कितना भी फिट माने, कितना भी अच्छा आपका endurance हो, कुछ भी हो, you are not prepared to take on the sport of boxing with that attitude in mind कि हो जाएगा. It's not possible. It is an extremely demanding sport. अगर आप sports वालों से पूछे कि which sport do they think is most demanding, they'll probably tell you that it's boxing. क्योंकि उसमें एक तो physical aspect है, there is also a mental aspect to the game and an emotional aspect to the game. So it's actually like playing chess with your opponent, but you're using your body to play it. You know, so you're constantly engaged. So it was it was difficult learning it, but very, very exciting because of what it is that we were going to make. So that gives you a certain, that gives you fuel. And similarly, I'll actually go back to Bhag Milka Bhag because it was mentioned here. कि अगर कोई भी काम आप करने वाले हो, अगर उसकी जो वजह है वो सही है, वो एक अच्छी जगह से आ रही है, एक प्योर जगह से, ऑनेस्ट जगह से आ रही है, then you automatically find the strength to be able to do it. तो फिर दुनिया देख के बोल रही है कि यार मतलब 3 घंटे ट्रेन कर रहा है, but you don't feel like you're training for 3 hours. You feel like you're doing what is right for what is being asked of you. So that is what kept me going through the training, through the shoot. And it was, so the fitness aspect of me is one part of the film, and the manifestation जो physically में आप करते हो वो ऐसे दिखता है यहाँ पे screen पे, तो everybody reacts to it very positively, thank you. But it's not about that. It's not. जो आप देख रहे हैं, it's actually about what's going on inside that you're being able to see on the outside.
So talking about inside, you know, sir ने कहा यहाँ पर कि यहाँ पे दावत होती है. How did you manage to resist yourself with the
मैं सिर्फ ये कहूँगा कि मुझे न्योता नहीं मिला. I was never invited, nor was I allowed to gate crash. The canteen was being shifted around every day, so I couldn't find it. Only the wonderful smell of like rotis and naans and all would float around, and it would inspire me कि अब आने दो opponent को मेरे सामने मैं दिखाऊंगा.
Thank you, man. Mrunal, Toofaan say, what can your fans, what can we expect?
A girl who's very passionate, liberal, always, you know, in life we need that one person in your life who would always push you to achieve your aims. Sometimes, you know, even I felt like I was a little underconfident. I did not know what to do, how to do. I had my friends, my mom especially, who always pushed me that you can do it. You know, nobody from our family has done this before, but I see that in you. I think her vision, and somewhere down the line, when I was shooting the film, I was also having all the characteristics of my mother in my mind. You know, the way she's so passionate, the way her vision especially, because Toofaan, it is a very challenging film, and it is the most difficult part is to motivate someone, to inspire someone. That journey, you know, the learning, the actors that I shared the frame with, Paresh sir, उनके साथ मुझे sir ने अभी कहा कि he used to feel like audience, but I used to forget that what's my next line? I used to just be so enchanted and mesmerized by his performance. And one thing I loved about the entire filming process was there used to be this last take for love, you know, where you just be yourself and just like go for it. You don't have to care about what your hair is like, makeup is like, you know, you just be the character. What can fans expect? I think it's a slice of life. Everybody in their life, they go through some problems, struggles. And the thing is to never give up. And I'm proud, and I'm sitting here you know, on the stage, and I have met a lot of people in my life who've never given up. So my character, this journey is literally an amalgamation of my friends, my family, my co-actors, my director. And अगर सर मुझे उतनी छूट नहीं देते ना तो वो उतनी instinctive नहीं होती. So yeah. And thank you, Farhan, and thank you, sir. Trust me, because I feel like having this deadly combination at this initial stage of my career, it means the world to me.
You know, but if I may just add, sorry if I may, you know, I really feel that when a script is written, the characters in the film end up finding the right people to portray them. Yeah. It just happens, I don't know what do you call it, serendipity or, you know, whatever you want to call it. And so I feel when this film was made, when we were shooting, and now that we see it, I messaged her after I saw it the first time. Like, I cannot imagine anybody else in the part of Ananya apart from her. I cannot imagine it. It was like this role was written for her to play, like it was written for her, knowing that when we started writing it, Mrunal will be playing this, so let's write it for her. It feels like that. So she's made it so much her own, which is credit to her. And she's owned it, you know, it belongs to her. So, I mean, that is truly the hallmark of somebody who knows what they're doing, you know, and like she said, this is just the beginning of her career. She has a very long way to go, and we're all very excited to see what comes next. And how we feature in it. Little PS at the bottom. खुद अपनी भी publicity.
But I have to apologize, Farhan, because on the set I would only sit with all those, you know, the Jim Jam biscuits and all the snacks and tease him.
She was talking about motivation. Na? This is how she used to motivate me. She used to hold up Jim Jam biscuits and eat them.
But there's too much
Rakesh used to
food
come with
happening.
parathas like this.
That's what people are going to think, that there's only party and food happening. यहाँ पे काम नहीं होता. यहाँ पे सिर्फ lunch होता है और फिर घर जाओ.
And poor him is doing push-ups and abs.
Oh God. Yeah. But he's like right now, after doing Toofaan, I've started doing MMA, and I feel so fit, and I feel like I want to be in the ring and be fighting, you know. And somebody asked me, why are you learning all of this? Toofaan 2 aa rahi hai kya? I said, I wish, but zaruri hai yaar, seekhna, ek sport, dedicate, and it just made me a better person. The film made me a better person altogether.
Thank you. Thank you. And with that, you know, कई सारे सवाल हैं. The friends from the media have a lot of questions. But the first question is from Shravan from Miss Malini, and Farhan, for you. In the trailer, you portrayed a goon from Dongri who eventually makes the choice of becoming a boxer. How was the transition in playing two shades to the same character?
Yeah, I must say, I had a wonderful time playing that character of Ajju. It's fully one let your hair down kind of part. And you know, we've all, again, just coming back to, we are all students of film, and we all fantasize about things when we see them. So like for me, when I saw, for example, like I saw Rangila and I saw Amir Khan in Rangila, and I was like, yaar, itna maza aaya hoga isko doing that part. Because you know, you can just have fun. You can say what's on your mind. You know, there's a carefree, I give a damn attitude. You think you're the cat's whiskers, you know. So when I got a chance to do it in this film, I absolutely relished it. Working with Hussain, to be honest, was very helpful because Hussain is he's from the area that we shot in. That's where he grew up. So he knows the lingo, he knows the body language, he knows those people inside out. Like he knows what, you know, like who you'd see in that mohalla and be like that he's one hero type. You know, like, so that kind of thing. So borrowing all those little things. So combination of that, a combination of the wonderful styling that was done on the film, and Vijay Maurya's dialogue, I think all of that came together to make a very enjoyable experience for me on set. I must also here quickly thank all the people who lived in that area that we shot in Nagpada, where we were shooting. They were so warm, so hospitable. Every single door was open for us to come and take a break, have a cup of tea, just sit under the fan if we want to. So it really felt like you were shooting with your friends, with your family, and they made you feel very, very welcome. And that really did help too.
So I'll give a special mention to all the people from Nagpada, and that too, तुम्ही सगळे बघत असाल तर तुम्हा सर्वांना एक मोठा shout out आणि नमस्कार. So I just Marathi, sorry.
Hey, me पण. Thank you.
Next question is for Rakesh sir from Priyanka Roy from Telegraph. You have directed a sports biopic in Bhag Milkha Bhag. How limiting for lack of ready material and real life experiences, or contrarily, how liberating was it to direct a sports film which isn't based on a real life person?